Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the hidden truths behind those thick piles of corporate paperwork. Today we're looking at BYNO, and let's just say they've been busy extending deadlines like we all extend our Netflix trials, but with a lot more money involved. This is essentially a company that's in the process of trying to buy another company. Think of them like those special purpose acquisition companies or SPACs that are created just to find a good business to merge with. BYNO is one of those, and they've been given a certain amount of time to find a partner and make the deal happen. So BYNORdic Acquisition Corp, or BYNO for short, has come out with a report. The big news here is they've extended the time they have to complete this business combination. Initially they had until August 2025, but they've managed to push that deadline back. The key takeaway from this filing is that BYNO has effectively extended the period they have to find and finalize a business combination. Originally, they had until August of 2025. Then they got shareholder approval to extend it further up to August 2026 with options to extend it month by month. This filing specifically tells us they made a payment of $17,470. This payment was to extend their deadline from mid-September to mid-October of 2025. So it's a 1-month extension I've just secured with this payment. It shows they're still working on finding that target company to acquire. Now let's peek at what BYNO actually deals in. They have these units which are like a package deal. Each unit contains 1 share of their Class A common stock, which is valued at a tiny fraction of a cent, and also half of a redeemable warrant. These redeemable warrants are pretty interesting. They give the holder the right, but not the obligation, to buy a share of BYNO's common stock at a set price, which is $11.50 per share. This means if the company's stock price goes above $11.50 per share, this means if the company's stock price goes above $11.50, these warrants become valuable. They've listed these units, their common stock, and these warrants on the OTC Pink Limited market. BYNO is also checking the box to be considered an emerging growth company. This status gives companies some breathing room, allowing them to follow less strict accounting and reporting rule companies, but it also means we might not get all the detailed financial information that more established companies have to provide. They've also referenced a press release as an exhibit. This is usually where companies put out their polished message about news like this extension. We can assume this press release elaborates on the extension and perhaps hints at their ongoing search for a business to acquire. Finally, the report is signed off by Thomas Fairfield, their Chief Financial Officer, on September 12, 2025. This is the official stamp of approval that everything in this filing is accurate to the best of his knowledge. Now, looking at BYNO, the core story here isn't about massive revenue or profit growth, because they're not an operating company in that sense yet. They're a vehicle. Their success hinges entirely on finding a suitable acquisition. The fact that they're paying to extend their deadline shows they believe they are still on the right track to finding a deal and need more time. This 17,470 pulse of buying more time, which is a considerable amount for a single month extension. It tells us they are serious about finding a target, but also might be facing some challenges in closing a deal within the original time frame. The risk with SPACs like BYNO is always that they might not find a good enough deal, or they might run out of time altogether. If they can't complete a business combination within their extended deadline, the money held in trust for investors typically gets returned. So this extension is crucial for the investors who have their money tied up in BYNO, hoping for a successful acquisition. In my view, BYNO is in a typical SPAC situation. The extension is a necessary step to avoid dissolution, but it doesn't guarantee success. The real test will be what kind of company they eventually acquire and how that acquisition performs. We need to keep an eye on their next filings to see if they announce a definitive agreement or a target company. For now, they've bought themselves another month to work with. Alright, that's our breakdown of BYNO's latest filing. What's your take on these extension strategies for SPACs? Do you think they'll find a good partner? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description for more discussions. Thanks for watching. See you next time.